was a point in my life where I genuinely believed I was too far gone, like past the point of redemption. I had sinned so consistently that coming back to Allah felt impossible. Like, who am I to ask for forgiveness again? Who am I to make dua when I know I'm just going to mess up again tomorrow? And then one day when I was rewatching one of my favourite shows of all time, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it all started with my favourite character on the show, Prince Zuko. Now, for those who have never seen Avatar The Last Airbender, first of all, second of all, here's a quick breakdown for his arc. The world is split into 4 nations based on the 4 elements: water, earth, fire and air. And during the time period of the main show, the Fire Nation are at war trying to conquer everyone else, committing genocide and basically are the Avatar universe equivalent of Prince Zuko is the son of the Fire Lord, who banished him from his home and literally scarred his face and told him you can only come back if you capture the Avatar, who's basically the only person in the world that is powerful enough to stop the Fire Nation. So yeah, man's been through it. So Zuko spends the majority of the show chasing this Avatar around the globe trying to restore his honor. But as the episodes go by, he keeps having these moments where he almost does the right thing, then he bottles it and goes back to being a menace. His uncle, Iroh, joined him after he was banished. Absolute legend, he just wants his nephew to be happy and drink chai. But Zuko keeps ignoring him. However, slowly but surely, he realizes his mistakes. And eventually he has to decide, does he keep chasing this toxic evil quest? Or does he actually become who he's meant to be? And I feel like every Muslim, especially in this day and age, reaches a point like this in their lives. Where you're questioning what you're doing with your life. Which path do you take? Do you continue to dwell in your disobedience, or do you embrace the forgiveness of your Lord? Because when you grow up Muslim, you hear about tawbah all the time, Allah is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, we know this. But somewhere along the line, I stopped believing it applied to me. And that's the trap, that's exactly where Shaytan wants you. When you stop trying, when you convince yourself that you're beyond saving, not because Allah's mercies run out, it never does, but because you gave up on it.
You fool.
Because redemption isn't about being perfect. The word tawbah literally means to return, to turn back. Zuko had to physically leave the Fire Nation. He couldn't just sit there feeling guilty, he had to make the choice and commit. And he messed up repeatedly. He had chances to do the right thing and he chose wrong almost every single time. In Ba Sing Se, he literally has a full relapse. He betrays everything after all the growth he had up until that point. And same with us, we will relapse. And we all have times with low iman. But tawbah isn't just saying astaghfirullah and carrying on what you're doing. You recognize the sin, you feel genuine remorse, you stop the behaviour, and you intend to not go back to it. And there's this one scene in book 3 where Zuko embodies this. He finally does the right thing. He goes to see his uncle Iroh after betraying him, and he just breaks down.
I am so sorry, uncle. I am so sorry and ashamed of what I did. I don't know how I can ever make it up to you, but how can you forgive me so easily? I thought you would be furious with me.
I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid you lost your way.
I did lose my way.
But you found it again. And you did it by yourself.
The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Verily Allah has 100 mercies, and He sent down a single part of them between the jinn, the humans, the animals and the insects, by which they are compassionate and merciful to each other." One part of 99 Allah has gifted to His creation. And if that one part allows us to have this level of mercy where we can forgive each other, bro, what does that say about Allah? Look, I'm still not perfect. I never will be. I'm still messing up, still struggling. But I don't let it stop me anymore. Zuko's journey wasn't linear, and neither is any human beings in real life. Growth is messy. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, sometimes 3 steps back. But you keep on going. If you're watching this thinking you're too far gone, wallahi you are not. The fact that you even care, that's a sign. That's your fitrah still alive. Because I beg you to remember, the door to Allah's mercy is always open.
يا ابن آدم إنك ما دعوتني ورجوتني غفرت لك على ما كان منك ولا أبالي. يا ابن آدم لو بلغت ذنوبك عنان السماء ثم استغفرتني غفرت لك ولا أبالي. يا ابن آدم إنك لو أتيتني بقراب الأرض خطايا ثم لقيتني لا تشرك بي شيئا لأتيتك بقرابها مغفرة